It's Thursday night in the A. You know what that means. Kelly Price and Tori McElhaney is coming at you on Rise Up Tonight, presented by AT&T.
You know, girls will say, I really needed this. And it's literally just Christmas trees, twinkly lights. I feel better already seeing these on set.
Oh, I know. I mean, yeah, the Falcons have gone 1-6 in their last 7 weeks, but we needed something, right?
Yeah, forget about the 1-6.
Right.
We've got Christmas trees, y'all.
Christmas trees.
Well, on Sunday, in the City of Lights in New York, or at least next door in New Jersey, things were less than bright for the Dirty Birds. Let's huddle up about it, y'all.
Let's huddle up with Kelly and Tori on the world of Falcons football.
So with less than 9 minutes before the end of the game on Sunday, the Falcons held a 24-17 lead. Y'all don't need me to tell you what happened after that. For the third time in the last 4 games against the Colts, Panthers, and now the Jets, the Falcons had a fourth quarter lead but ended up losing the game. Again, this is a story Falcons fans know all too well, like really, really well. The defense was certainly put in some tough spots on Sunday, but what do you attribute this lack of finishing off games to, Tori?
Yeah, so the Falcons' problem isn't talent, it's execution in critical moments. And I was just talking about this with my Final Whistle podcast partner, Will McFadden. We both see a team that plays like the better team for about 60% of the game, but the other 40% isn't just mediocre, it's disastrous. That's where the drop passes, explosive returns allowed, muff punts, missed kicks, and defensive breakdowns show up. And those mistakes are so costly that they erase every good thing the team may have done earlier in the game.
Yeah, the Falcons' special teams has not been so special. You know, Raheem Morris summed it up better, honestly, than I can. He said, quote, "We played awful on special teams. I don't know any other way to say it," unquote. There was a muff punt on the 7 that turned into 7 points for New York. There was an 83-yard kickoff return, and unfortunately, Zane Gonzalez's first missed field goal as a Falcon gets lumped in there because those were points they ultimately needed to win that game. Morris said there couldn't be or would not be any coaching changes for the third phase, so how do they fix this going forward?
Kick it into the end zone.
That's fair.
But actually, I'm so serious. Raheem said it himself after the game. They chose to kick it out most of the day against the Jets. And the one time they didn't, they gave up an 83-yard return. That's not good. And it's not a one-off. I went back and watched that return and the 70-yarder they allowed against the Saints. Same side of the field, same lane, similar breakdown. This is about lane integrity and winning your matchup long enough to maintain it. Simple stuff, Kelly. Blocking, tackling, executing, and being where you're supposed to be. I wish there were a more complex explanation, but there really isn't. It's all fundamentals, and the Falcons aren't executing them consistently.
Well, someone else the Falcons needed more from, how about all the receivers not named Drake London? With wide receiver 1's health status in question still. This is the third week we've talked about this because we still haven't seen anyone like definitively fill in that gap. Yes, Kyle Pitts had a nice game Sunday. David Sills has been a solid target for Kirk Cousins, but I feel like I'm still looking for guys like Casey Washington, Kadarius Hodge to step up. What exactly is going on with the lack of production from some of the guys on this receiver depth chart, and how can they kind of squeeze more out of that group?
Yeah, so I asked Raheem Morris this week about Washington and Hodge because this is now the second straight game Washington has been a healthy scratch, and Kadarius Hodge joined him last Sunday, so what the heck's going on? Morris said these game day decisions are performance-based, and right now the staff doesn't feel they're getting enough from either player. That's a big problem for a receiver room where the number 1 guy is hurt, the number 2 guy still isn't close to form. I'm talking about Darnell Mooney, and the trusted backups really aren't trusted at all right now. If the last few weeks have shown us anything, it's that the Falcons have real retooling to do at the wide receiver position this offseason around Drake London.
Yeah, that's a great point for moving forward. Well, in other news, the boys were throwing fits this week in New York. Time now for Walking In. Kirk Cousins, I owe you an apology. I was not familiar with your game. Kirko serving more than Thanksgiving dinner in the turtleneck. Sir, it is giving cool cousin at the family holiday who makes the most of his Kohl's cash.
This seems like a Julie Cousins special if I've ever seen it. Stylish, comfortable, cozy, 3 things every wintertime fit needs.
Oh my gosh, I just love it.
Yeah.
All right, here is Liam McCullough basically ripping my Thanksgiving travel fit for the airport. We love a solid camel trench coat, a scarf essential for layering on planes, which can be either 0 degrees or 95 degrees, no matter the season. There is no in between. And the Hermes, pop off cane plus the hoodie, the hat, comfy combo, and this is travel done right.
Liam and his wife welcomed a little girl to their family not too long ago. So I can actually see here that Liam is preparing to be the cool dad.
Yes, he is certainly doing that. The way my jaw dropped when I saw the fur coat ensemble on Jordan Fuller, y'all. This is the kind of statement piece I have been waiting for a few weeks now with this segment. I just want to give thanks for Mr. Fuller this Thanksgiving. You are making my heart fuller. I am deeply inspired to get a fabulous fur coat as my kind of Christmas rentals this month. Even if I'm just going to Florida for the holidays, I want to look like that.
Kelly, idea. Do we do a show in full fur this winter? I mean, I don't hate this idea, and if we can pull it off the way that Jordan Fuller did, then maybe it's award-winning execution.
Do not tempt me with a good time. We've done the furry hats.
We have.
How about the furry coats?
I think it's a good idea.
We will have to see on that. All right, finally, credit where credit is due. Chris Lindstrom has been a fringe walking-in candidate almost every week for the first time, at least in my memory, doing this segment. He's been stepping up his fit game this season. I wonder if he's got a new suit guide. He's really been slaying these suits. I love this one in particular, though. It is giving merry and bright.
Yeah, that was my point. I really think this is a perfect Christmas time fit.
Yes.
The red, the plaid. I tip my hat to you, Chris.
I love it. Well, the holiday season officially here, y'all. And if you've got some holiday parties on the calendar or just want to have a festive Falcons tailgate or watch party, we've got the lowdown on a high-quality pie you can impress the guests with. Amanda from Southern Baked Pie Company is in the nest later in the show.
And as Buddy the Elf once said, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. And the Falcons did just that this week. We'll show you next on Rise Up Tonight.
Rise Up Tonight is presented by AT&T and brought to you by Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. By Mercedes-Benz, the best of nothing. And by Home Depot, how doers get more done. Do you ever wonder what's really on your favorite player's mind? It's time for the question of the week.
Who is your celebrity look-alike, or someone that people say looks like you?
My celebrity.
Or you look like Ben?
I forgot his name.
I don't know his name.
What is his name? Hold up. I remember his name.
Gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
I get a lot of forgot his name.
I have no clue. I really haven't got that one yet.
Something Wallace.
Gerald Wallace?
Survey says
No.
Maybe the dude from Snowfall. Somebody told me that one time.
Okay.
The dude from Snowfall. I don't know his name.
Okay.
Damson? His name's, yes, Damson something.
survey says
But I don't think I look like him.
Ben Wallace? Like a basketball player?
Boom.
Yeah,
Ben Wallace.
survey says
I can see
Ben
it.
Wallace. I hear it all the time.
survey says
Is it?
You think?
I don't know.
A little bit?
I actually had the flat top in high school because of Will. You know, Fresh Prince. I was thinking I was Fresh Prince back then.
No, and I was trying to tell him, oh, I really see the vision there. And he
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. I was like, no, you really do look like him with that hair.
Okay, so maybe it's the facial hair that he has right now, but
Yes.
Divine Diablo, I think, he looks like Mr. Milchick from Severance. I don't think you've seen it, but Apple TV, if he went as Mr. Milchick for Halloween, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, well, we are fully in the season of giving, y'all. Let's see what the Falcons were up to in the community this week as we rise up for Atlanta, brought to you by Truist.
This is actually crazy.
Nicholas, is it okay if we sing some songs for you?
Yeah, go
Some
for
Christmas.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Falcons rookies tuning up the pipes at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Arthur M. Blank Hospital this week. Jalen Walker, apparently a really good singer. Guys like Xavier Watts, him, and James Pierce Jr. spread holiday cheer through the hospital halls with patients and their families singing Christmas carols. And Watts says it's a great way to showcase who they are with those helmets off.
I mean, they look at us as leaders. We're just guys that, we have, like I said, leadership, and people look at us on the football field and they see us in different ways. But like I said, when you get off the football field, just showing who you are, show your true colors, that you're more than a football player. So it's good for them to see us in this environment and sing to them and just have fun with them.
Keeping the holiday spirit going, let's make a pie, y'all. Amanda from Southern Baked Pie Company is teaching us her secrets in the nest next.
Welcome back to Rise Up Tonight. Let's head in the nest with Kelly, Tori, and this week's special guest, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
We have a very festive in the nest guest today. As you can see, we've got like some pie ingredients here. We're going to walk through how to make a really delicious pie with Amanda from Southern Baked Pie Company. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. All right, obviously the Christmas holiday season, everyone is thinking about pies. We're going to get to that, but I actually want to talk about your company and starting it. You're obviously a local business, but so much bigger than the Atlanta area as well.
Well, thank you. I just started Southern Baked out of my house back in 2013. And now we have the 4 stores in Atlanta, and we ship all over the United States. But it really did start with just like a humble pie, a home. It was very much like that. I started baking in my house and thought this would be a good way to meet my neighbors and introduce myself. But unfortunately, my husband would come home at lunch, and Alex would eat a slice of every pie I made. So one day he came in on his lunch break and he said, "I've signed you up for a festival because you either need to stop baking or start selling because my waistline is increasing." So that was on a Tuesday, and I popped up and started selling pies at a festival on a Thursday, and that's how it all began.
All right, so take me through. We're going to make the pie crust, and just take me through what we've got here.
So I actually ended up just boxing up our pie crust recipe because
I love that. As someone who doesn't bake a lot from scratch, love the pre-made.
This makes it so easy, and you don't have to feel like you're cheating because you just put it in your own pie plate and call it yours, and that's completely fine. So actually, our pie crust is an all butter pie crust, so it's just 2.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of salt. Very basic, very delicious. So what I'm doing right here, the secret to a really good pie crust is not to overwork the dough. And what you're looking for is pea-sized pieces of butter. So that's about a pea-sized piece of butter, and that's when you know you've gotten it to the right point to be able to add your water. So we add about 1/4 cup of water. Don't get too overzealous with the water and too happy with your pour, because too much water will make for a tough pie crust. The pie crust box tells you exactly how to do it.
I do love that.
You can't mess it up, I promise. So this is going to begin to come together and form into a ball of dough right here. And what you're looking for is you want to be able to reach your hand into the flour, and if you squeeze it together and nothing comes, like you don't see any dough falling off, then you know that it's almost ready. So I would work it just a little bit more right here, and eventually I'll show you what it's going to turn out like. It will begin to turn into a much more firm texture and consistency. So what you want to do when you've worked your ball of dough and you've gotten it into a nice ball, this is actually going to make 2 pucks of dough. So you can make a double crust. You'll have a top and a bottom, but you just want to take this and squeeze it together nice and tight, and then you want to put it in some parchment, or I'm sorry, not parchment, but saran, wrap it up, put it in the fridge, and let it chill for 2 hours. So it's important to let the dough rest. That's a critical step to getting a really good, nice, flaky, tender pie crust.
And let you rest as well.
And let you rest, and let me catch your breath right here. If you want to, you can do the honors if you want to flip it into here.
Like so.
You did amazing. That's perfect. You're a natural at pie making already. All right, so what we'll do now is we let it rest, and we'll make our filling. And then we'll come back and we're going to do a lattice top crust on top of this. So this to me is one of the most Christmassy pies you can make. It's festive. It has the tartness of the cranberries and the sweetness of the pears, and you really don't need a lot of sugar if you want to do the honors.
Just sprinkle right in.
Sprinkle it right in on top, but we usually do about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of sugar, about 1/4 cup of cornstarch or flour, and then we're going to add our festive holiday aromatic seasonings. So once you've got it nice and mixed, you can let it sit for a couple of minutes, but we're going to go ahead and add it to our pie shell right here.
And it doesn't need to be necessarily mashed or anything.
It doesn't need to be mashed, nope. And you can always add more to your pie if you like. I love an overfilled pie that's nice and full.
Get all the good stuff.
Get all the good stuff in there. All right, so now we're going to show everybody how to lattice a pie. This can be very intimidating, but it's not hard, I promise. So we've already cut our strips right here of lattice, and I'm just going to let you take them and lay them on the pie.
Does it matter, like long ones first or anything?
I like to start in the center and do a long one in the center. I usually do 4 across is what I like to do, and then 4 the other way.
Okay.
So we can
just kind of like that?
Perfect. Looks great.
Wow.
It's easy.
Much easier than I thought.
It's easier than you thought. It's all the prep work and working that dough.
That's true. You've done all the heavy lifting for me.
That's
I'm
right.
just putting
You're just putting the lattice on top. That's perfect. So if you want to take, I always pull the middle one back. We can just do 3. Put that across. Okay.
Right.
Then pull it back.
Oh,
and now,
I see. Kind of braiding it.
Kind of braiding it. And I do the first and the third is my trick. And then I put it back.
All right.
And then same thing on the other side. First and third.
That wasn't bad at all.
I know, not too bad. So I would call you a pie novice now. You're an expert. You can do this. So then you just put this in the oven. You bake it. You tuck in your little edges right there. If you want to tuck those in. And at the end, you're going to bring it out of the oven and have a delicious pie ready to enjoy and share. And we could grab this right here.
Finished product.
I gotta be careful with it. I don't want it to break. But there you will have a delicious finished product.
Oh my goodness, it looks so nice.
So would you like to cut a slice and have
I
a
would
bite?
love to.
Might as well.
I would love to.
All right.
I know I didn't make this one, but I feel like I deserve to eat one after making that, right?
I think you definitely
That's the best part of baking.
That's the best part of baking. And I always say pie brings people together in ways that you just could never imagine. Food is the ultimate connector.
Yes.
I always feel like. So I've got our plates right here. Now this pie is a little bit tart, but I feel like the pears balance it out well.
Yes. Well, and it's a different take on a holiday kind of taste, like you said. That's not apple or one of these traditional ones that you normally see. It's a little unique.
It's unique and different. And I will say, in our pie shops, our most popular pie in December is the cranberry apple pecan.
Oh,
so
interesting.
We do a version of this, not the exact one in my cookbook, but it's cranberries and apples and all these same flavors. And then it's got a brown sugar pecan streusel topping.
Sounds amazing.
It is heavenly. You would love it.
I'm gonna try it.
Going in for a bite. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to steal this fork right here.
Oh my
eat some
goodness.
with you.
That's so yummy.
Do you love it? Mm-hmm. So glad.
Warm it up with some vanilla ice cream. Speaking my language. Oh my gosh, that's so yummy. And not hard at all. So where can people buy the box that we
crust
poured in there? Yes.
So you can buy that at our pie shops. We have one in Buckhead, Vinings, Alpharetta, and Gainesville. So right in the Atlanta area, but we ship them all over the United States. So you can buy the pie crust mix, the cookbook, and I always say they're great to send for Christmas gifts, for client gifts, business gifts.
Great point.
Corporate gifting. What do you send somebody that has, they have plenty of coffee mugs. They've got plenty of pins, all your logoed stuff. Sometimes just sending somebody dinner and dessert, like our chicken pot pie and a pecan pie, like how can you go wrong with a delicious
That's the best gift
pie?
I could ever receive.
I agree. For us as moms, it is great when somebody sends you food.
Yes.
It's a meal you don't have to cook and that you can share for your family.
Very true.
And it's wonderful.
Awesome. Well, Falcons fans know where to find you guys.
That's right. They can find us online at southernbakedpie.com and at any of our 4 retail stores.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining me, for helping me walk through my first kind of pie that I made. Even though we didn't put it in the oven, I made that.
You made that, yes.
So that makes me feel a little more confident going into the holidays. Maybe I'll take a dip this year into the homemade pies. Thanks so much for being here, Amanda.
Thank you.
Anyone who wants to catch more of this segment, head to fox5atlanta.com. We'll post the full thing on there. For now, we'll be right back on Rise Up Tonight.
Hey Atlanta, this is Head Crack talking, and you watching Rise Up Tonight, presented by AT&T.
Why would y'all lose and I had the outfit on? Why would y'all lose and I had the outfit on?
One thing about Falcons fans, they always be putting those outfits on.
Yeah.
You know what makes a great accessory to the perfect Falcons fit? One of these bad boys. These will be given out Sunday at the Benz for everyone in attendance, so make sure you get one of your awesome flags. For the matchup on the field, Tori, what is the number one thing you're going to be watching on Sunday?
Seattle's defense, especially the run defense, is no joke. It's going to be a tall test for Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, and also this offense as a whole, finding a counterpunch if that gets taken away.
Yeah, should be interesting to see. Again, make sure you get one of these on Sunday at the Benz. We will be back here next Thursday night ahead of the Thursday night football game against the Bucs. That should be a fun one. Thanks for staying up real late with us tonight. For Tori McElhaney, I'm Kelly Price. Have a great night.